It's okay to grieve the story you thought you'd be living by now. It is okay to mourn all the moments that may never happen, while still finding little ways to fall in love with the life you do have. They can both exist. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Grab your gloves because we're about to pour some magic. My name is Tammy, and I'm so glad you joined the cast with me today. As I promised, I told you we all would make some inlays together, trying out this new diamond crystal crushed glass that Hobby Lobby is carrying. Now, they used to carry the FLORA craft brand. Now, this one right here is way more expensive on Amazon than it is at your local Hobby Lobby store. So I guess Hobby Lobby switched from the FLORA craft to the VUNDER brand. They do look a little bit different. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but they do. Just a little bit, not much. So we're going to see what kind of inlay this will put out versus the one that we've been using that I love so very much. Now, we're only going to do one inlay using this. In case we don't like it, then we won't have used a lot of our silicone and wasted it in case we might not like it. I'm also going to give away my secret to making my crystal inlays. I'm going to show you how I make them because I feel like if you would like to make something yourself instead of purchasing it, you should have that option as well. Now, I do put some of these things in my shop for some of my subscribers to purchase, and that's for those that cannot make these things themselves but would like to enjoy things like this too. So I try to do something for everyone and put out content that everyone would love. So I'm going to spill my secret today on how to make these beautiful crystal inlays. Are y'all ready? Let's go. You will see laying down here before you some cookie cutters, and inside the cookie cutters you see the crystal that I showed you in the little jar. What did I do with them? I put them over here. Okay, that's what you see inside here. So this right here is prepped and ready to go. Now we're going to go through step by step how to do that. If there's an inlay that I want, I go look around. I find them everywhere. Of course, you can buy cookie cutters everywhere. So if there's a certain shape that I want, I go and I search and I find it. I come home and I prep it and I make it. And that's how I get my crystal inlays. And they're beautiful. And you can make them for every occasion, every holiday, whatever you would like to make them for. I have this egg right here. And this is the one I'm going to show you step by step how to make. So we can go from this to this in no time. Okay, so I start by taking a table mat. This is a plastic table mat. Something that resin will pull off of and glue will pull off of. A glue stick. Okay, something that it will easily pull off of. So that's why I purchased these. You can get these at your local Dollar Tree for $1.25. Here's one that I'm already cutting down, so that's one I'm going to use. So I use the ones I've cut on first. So we're going to lay our egg down, our egg cookie cutter down, and we're going to cut out enough to where we have a little bit on the edges of our egg. I'm just going to cut all that off because it'll just be a little piece hanging on there. And then we'll just trim that much off the top. Okay, so now we have our base laid down for our egg. Now you take your glue gun and we're going to, I like to take this little box right here because this hurts my hand to hold it down, you know. So I like to take something that I can push on. But I'll just start out using my hand right quick. Move this way. There we go. And I just go around the egg with my glue gun, like so. Now I get that little box and push it down. And I just hold it down. Try not to slip, let your hand slip and move that glue. And then I take my glue gun and I set it on the top to weigh it down a little bit until it dries. And y'all know we just gotta pour a mold in this video. So let me show you a new one that I made and I think you'll love it. Are you ready? Here it is. It says, "My peace I give to you." John 14:27. And I'm going to use it as a refrigerator magnet. So we just have to drop in the resin in certain areas. When you're looking at a piece that you're going to mold, you look at it and you think of it in reverse. So when I look at a piece and I see the letters are poking out, then I know it's going to be reversed and they're going to be inward on my mold. So my is poking out on my master. So on the mold, it's poking in, which means I can drop the resin in the word my. The piece is sunk in on my master, so it means it's bulging out on my mold. So we can skip piece and deal with it when we demold it. Then we'll move on down to I give to you. All of that area we can drop resin into. But the John 14:27 is bulging out on our mold here. So that means it's sunk in on the master. So we can deal with that upon demold. So I'm super excited to cast in this mold. It'll be my very first time since I made it. So I thought I would share it with you. Now we're going to take this off. And now we have our egg. And we are going to mix up some 4-hour cure epoxy resin. I really prefer to use the Promise 1-hour epoxy because I purchased this Paduo 1-hour epoxy resin and it does not cure in 1 hour. It takes 4 hours for this to cure for me. So I'm going to give it a go again and see what it does this time. I said I was going to use 4-hour epoxy resin, but let's just use this because I have it, so let's use it until it's gone. And I won't be buying it again. I'm going to buy the Promise epoxy from now on when I do my inlays for my doing it this way. I love how fast that stuff cures, but I don't like using it to dome and putting it in my molds and stuff. It has too many bubbles in it. But I do like it for things like this. It's awesome. So we're just going to use this Paduo until it's gone. And I'll let y'all know how it worked this time for me. I got our resin here. This is the 1-hour Paduo, which has been 4-hour for me in the past. So we'll see what it does this time. I'm not going to give up on it yet. I'll give it one more try. I am timing it for sure, minute for minute this time. And I did last time, but after about, I think 2.5 hours, I quit really tracking it. And I know it wasn't cured after 3 and some odd hours, but I can't be exact on it, so I will be exact on it this time, minute for minute. So we have our little egg prepped and ready to go. We have our resin right here. And these are the two that I'm going to use for this crushed glass that Hobby Lobby is carrying now. So we can see the difference in the two. Okay? So now what we're going to do is, and this is very important, if you don't pay attention to anything else, pay attention to this. This is a very crucial step in making a really good crystal inlay and not having to redo it over again. Okay, you are only filling the bottom. I mean the least amount possible in the bottom of here. You want to make sure that the bottom is covered in resin, but you don't want it to go over anything more than that. You just want the surface covered, and that's it. If you do pour more than you need, then what's going to happen is when you go to put your crystal crushed glass in, it's going to sink down in that epoxy resin, and you're not going to get a beautiful crystal inlay. So pay close attention to that. What I like to do is put a little bit down the middle right there. And then I just take like a little popsicle stick and I just drag it on out. Don't bring it to the edge and drag it up though, because if you do, that silicone is going to go up the edge too. So be careful around your edges. Don't go all wild with it. Let me get you down so you can see a little bit better. See, I'm just pushing it real easy to the edges. Okay, I'm going to add just maybe a drop more, and that's it. Just a drop. And I'm making sure every area is covered. I'm going to add one more drop right here. Okay, now I'm going to take this crushed crystal that I like, that's my favorite, and I'm going to pour it in this egg. Then I'm going to take the egg and I'm going to move my extra around in there, making sure everything's covered, and I'm not going to worry about getting the excess out. I'm going to let it go ahead and cure. If there's anything left over, then I'll take it out and put it back into my container. Okay, now we're going to do these two, and we're going to use this new crushed glass. And these are so tiny, I'm not going to pour this in there. I'm going to use my little stick here and drop it down in there. Because if I pour it, I know I'm going to get way too much. You can even take, if you would rather do it with a little throwaway brush, like I get the whole big packs of them at Walmart and Hobby Lobby. They look like this, and they're colored. If you would like to brush it in with those, that works too. I do that as well. I'm just running low on my brushes right now, so I just opted out for this little stick to just move it around in there. It might be easier for you until you get used to it using a brush. Okay, that looks good. I'll go ahead and get my crushed glass in there. And then I'm just going to move it all around. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Now for that leftover resin that we have, the 4-hour Paduo, I'm just going to add some in each cup here. And then we're going to do it in different colors and then drop it down into our mold here. and let it cure, and then we'll finish the rest in our next pour after that fully cures. Okay, we're going to use glitters in these because I want to do my, I give, and to, and you, all in different color glitters. I need one more cup, which I'm going to use that one over there that's dripping out the rest that was in our silicone cup. I'm going to use blue, and these are the Super Sparkle Blues. These are from Laura's Art Corner. They are the reflection glitters. My favorite glitters from her shop. I'm going to do blue, pink, green, and red. And if you haven't seen these glitters yet, you really are to try them, my friend. They are gorgeous. And I'll throw down the link to Laura's shop below and my discount code above. In case you want to go look around, you can save you some money while you're there. I do get a little kickback from that. I'm not trying to hide that from you. That's not why I'm pushing the discount code. We both gain from it. All right, that's dripped out from our cup there. So now we're going to use the green down here. I also like to use acrylic popsicle sticks. It saves on money. I have them all mixed up and ready to pour. Just have a look at that. So beautiful. That's the blue. That's the pink. This red is so pretty. And this is the green, which you've seen in slow motion in the video. Now, we're going to have a lot left over, so I'll find a mold we can pour those in so we don't waste those beautiful glitters. I do need to downsize from those sticks though, so I'm going to pick up this little stick right here. Get you down. And I'm just going to dip my stick down in there and start right here in this one. That's not going to be dark enough if we don't use a white, because I can't get much down in there. I didn't think about that. The things you don't think about when you're pouring a mold for the first time. Okay, let's clean our stick off. And then I'm going to go in with this red. And I'm just going to take my little music note. This is a shaker mold. Spritz some alcohol down in it. And then we'll see how it turns out. I'm just going to use different colors of the glitter. I'm going to make some of my little dinosaur earrings. And we'll do those in, I guess, Let's see. Which one do I have the most of? It looks like the red. So I'm just going to do them in the red. I decided to do my little seashell mold. So I'm just going to run the heat gun over and pop any surface bubbles. We got in some happy mail! Yay! Now this is my box that I put my little gift tag in. And we might do a drawing out of that every 3 months. And that's my way that I can give back to you. Okay, let's see what we got and who it's from. Enjoy your gift from Cindy Breens. Let's see what Cindy sent us. Oh, she sent me some shakers off of my wish list. Y'all, look at these shakers. They are so stinking cute. Y'all know I love shakers. Look at that one. It's like a little lemonade stand or something. And then here's this one. It's like a little I think it's like a little video game. It says play right there. If y'all can see it. And this one's a TV. I have a TV mold somewhere. It's a big TV and it's got 2 little TVs with it. I've never poured it before. But this made me think of it. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Does anybody have that mold? It's a big TV mold and then it's got 2 little TVs with it. And then here's this one. It looks like a little camera with a teddy bear in it. So cute. And then here's this one. It looks like another little video game or something. Super cute. Thank you so much, Cindy. I can't wait to pour these. I love, love, love making shakers. They are so cute. And I make them as keychains or refrigerator magnets. They do very well as both. And people seem to love them. You can do them with, I like dry shakers. But you can do the oil and the water. They have like a mix you can buy and you can make them water shakers. So we'll put Cindy's little slip in there. And then I just throw that one away. So thank you so much, my friend. I'm super excited to pour these. See you later. This is 1 hour later with the 1 hour Paduo. 1 hour later. That is nowhere near ready to demold. Wow. I need to leave a review on Amazon because I don't usually leave nasty reviews, and I'm not going to leave a nasty one. I'm just going to leave a truthful and honest one. This stuff is not ready to demold in an hour by a long shot. Okay, I'll let you all know when I'm actually able to demold these pieces. See you later. These are ready, and it took 6 hours for this resin to fully cure. 6 hours. So I'm just going to dump the excess out into my little container here. So I will not be buying the Paduo again. I'm really sad about that. I was hoping it was going to be my go-to for this right here, but I guess it's going to be the 1 hour Promise Epoxy because I need it to cure fast so I can get a move on because it takes a long time to do all these steps and make everything, you know, and you only have one master of the egg. So if you need 12 of them, then, you know, you got to get a move on. So 1 hour cure epoxy is going to be perfect for making the inlays. It'll be a part of the process in making the inlays. Put it that way. Okay. Next up, it looks really good, doesn't it? Now this is our usual diamond dust by FLORA Craft. And then this is the new one. And this is the new one. So now we got to mix up some silicone and get the silicone poured. And we're going to be pouring these two. I've got a cross here. Easter bunny. Another bunny. And then a little chickadee. And these are all sets that I purchased off of Amazon. I will link the description in I will link it in my description box. You can also find these at your local Hobby Lobby store. I got these. They were $2.99, and the cake decorating items were 40% off. So I got this 40% off. And there's 4 different cookie cutters here of crosses. So I'm going to be prepping these and getting these ready for inlays. Also, I wanted to share with you just a little peek inside what's going to be in my giveaway box this time. These are 2 new molds that have not even made it to my shop yet, so you'll be the very first to get them. Here's a beautiful flower. I mean, this flower is gorgeous. You have your little nib right there to make a necklace or keychain out of it. I got crystals down in the center there. It's a very beautiful. It has a lot of depth to it. It's just a really beautiful flower. Then you're going to get this. It's an octopus, all blinged out. Beautiful. So these 2 molds will be in my next giveaway box. I'm still working on a date for that because I don't want my other giveaway to collide with that one. I want to put some space in between them so it's not as bad on me as far as shipping goes, because we do have the 2 more giveaways we're planning, and the I Spy lamp is going to be the last one because we still have to sand that down. So I got to get busy on that. And then our next one is the Intoresin piece that's got the magnolia in it. So that's going to be next to this giveaway. So I got to figure out a date for both of those. I'm fixing to update that list, so when I get it updated, I'll let you know in the video to go check it. Make sure your name's on it so we can get double checked and everybody make sure you're in there that wants to be in there. So I'll get that list updated soon. I know I have a lot of people that commented in it, so don't worry. I'm going to go back through it and make sure everyone's in there before we even open the giveaway. I got my scales out right here. I'm using these 2 cups right here, and then we're going to dump them over into this cup to stir. I've got my timer right here set for 3 minutes. That's how long we need to stir. And I'm using Let's Resin's silicone rubber. It's the 15A. This is part A. And these jugs are huge, you guys. I'm sorry. This is part B. So we're going to go ahead and turn the scales on. Uh-oh. I think I need some new batteries in my scales. They're not coming on. Okay, I got me some new batteries in there. I'm going to get a cup and put it on there. And now I'm going to turn it on. And I need to switch it to grams. Okay, now we're ready. And I've got a lot of other stuff I'm going to be pouring. So that's why I'm doing so much. That's 204. So we'll get that one off. Put this one on. we've got part B. And we want to go to 204. And I passed it. So now I'm just going to take this little stick and keep dipping out until I make it to 204. And now we're at 204. But before I put my silicone up, I'm going to take the cups off, tear my scales out, re-weigh them, and make sure they weigh the same. And they do. Just kind of double check behind myself. I'm just going to pick out a color here that I want to color my inlays. Let's try this beautiful color. This is one of Let's Resin's mica powders. It's a green. You can color your silicone. So I'm just going to use about that much. And I just kind of like to get it stirred up on the top of the silicone. I don't want to dive down in the bottom of the cup with a clump of mica powder. So I kind of just like to get it stirred up on the top here real good. And then scrape the sides of my cup real good before I dive into the cup and stir up the whole cup. Now, we're going to go ahead and stir the whole cup. That's a pretty color. This is going to make some beautiful colored inlays. I just think it's super fun to color your inlays. Okay, looks good. Now we're going to dump that into there. And then that one into there. Now we're going to set our timer for 3 minutes. And then I'm just going to stir for 3 minutes. All right, now we're just going to get our little stick here cleaned off, and then we're going to go stick this in my Let's Resin bubble remover machine. You can get the bubbles out of your silicone just like your resin using your bubble remover machines. But first I'm going to, if I put this whole cup in there, then it's going to overflow. So I'm going to share some with this cup. And now that's going to be perfect. Our silicone is ready to pour. So we're going to go ahead and pour. And you don't want your inlays to be too thin, and you don't want them to be too thick, or at least I don't. You may have a certain preference for yours, so you can decide how thick or thin you want yours if you're going to make your own. To see what we get between this one and that one, the crushed glass. I wonder if it's going to look any different. All right, I will see you later. Okay, our inlays are ready to take out, so let's get them out. And I just use this little tool right here. I use this end because it doesn't break my inlays, it doesn't damage them. And what I do is take my finger and I just open me an entryway up, and then I stick that tool down in it and pull. And there we have our inlay. And that's the egg. And then this right here, you can continue to use. It will be your master. And you can take this off right there. And all that's sealed up from the resin. And you can pour your silicone in there. These are the ones that we made using the new crushed glass that Hobby Lobby's carrying. And there it is. I don't like how it makes the inlays. Let me show you. You see this? Because this crushed glass is a lot chunkier than the other. We'll get it out and I'll show you what I mean. I was afraid of it, but I wasn't sure, you know, what it would do. I wasn't sure how they were going to turn out. So, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to look like, you guys. But so far, I'm not liking it. The inlay is really hard to get out. I mean, really hard. Because the glass is so much chunkier. Do you see the difference in the inlays? Yeah, I don't like it. But we're going to place them in these coasters and see what they look like. We'll put the egg in this one, and then the two hearts in this one. And these that I made, we're going to use in another video. See how easy that was to get out? Very easy. And that's how easy they should come out. So I don't like that about the other crushed glass. I'm going to get this black tray out and we're going to look at it and see the difference. Okay, this is the FLORA Craft Diamond Dust. This is my favorite. We're going to put a scoop of it right there. Then we're going to take this VUNDER brand that Hobby Lobby is carrying now. I'm going to put a scoop next door to that one. Do you see the difference? This is a lot finer, and this is a lot chunkier. I don't know. It's like this weighs more than that. It's like they're cut thicker than these. So, I don't know. I don't like them. I won't be buying them again. But we'll see how the inlays turn out, if they look the same as the other. So I'm going to mix up some resin, and we'll pour that and see how they look. Here's our extras that we poured using that Paduo 1 hour fast cure, which doesn't cure in an hour. So we'll get this out. Oh, that's cute. Look at that glitter. Isn't it beautiful? It's very pretty. It's reflective glitter. And then these are our little dinosaurs. And then our shells. Oh, we got a matte mold. Yep. This is a matte mold. I thought that was bubbles, but it's just how the mold is shaped. It's not bubbles. I'm really surprised by that Paduo resin though. I don't see any bubbles. And this sat for a while before I even poured it in the molds. So that's pretty neat. Maybe that resin's good for something, but I don't like it. I won't be buying it again. But it performs well. I do have to say that. I don't have any bubbles in my pieces. Oh, is that one? No, that's a bubble. But it's because I didn't get it in the little pocket. A bubble got in the little pocket there, where those little pointy things are on the shell. That's a cute little mold, isn't it? I got it off Amazon. Alright, that's all our little pieces. These shells are so cute. I'm going to put them in our bucket for our next I Spy lamp. I'm going to pour this one first because I don't think we're going to like this one, because I don't think that glitter is dark enough for you to see it. I didn't realize how shallow the letters are, so I don't think we're going to like it. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of resin in it so we can see what it looks like, and that's it. I'm not going to pour a lot, just a little bit. So let's see here. These might be... No, we can still use them. Yep. I'm going to have to pour some more resin though. Alright, let's spritz some alcohol in here. And then we're going to go ahead and pour. And I'm going to use the rest that I have in this cup over here. It's not much, but we'll use the rest of it in there. I got to mix up a little bit more to fill this one up. We'll go ahead and mix up our black in here, because I'm going to do it black. And I'm going to use my T-Expert epoxy pigment paste in jet black to do so. I'm going to use my heat gun and run it through here, pop any surface bubbles. Okay, I got the rest of the resin, so let's go ahead and fill this one up. Now we'll spritz some alcohol in here. And then go ahead and pour. I'm going to use my heat gun, pop any surface bubbles. Spritz some alcohol. And then I'll meet you back and we'll demold them all and check them out. See you later. We got in some happy mail. Yes, we got in some more, my friends. Let's see what we got. I'm going to dig in here and get the slips out. Get my container. Alright, let's see what we got. Thank you, Tammy, for always inspiring me to try new resin projects. I know you'll make these adorable. From Cindy Brines. Which is right, Cindy. Let's see what Cindy sent us. Ooh, this looks fun. Wow, we got some shakers. This kit's loaded. We got acetate sheets. This is the film that you put over the shaker. And it came with some cute little inclusions. Look at that. What a fun kit. Alright, so we got this shaker. We got this one. This one. That's a cute little perfume bottle, isn't it? And we got this one. And then we got all of these. Super cute, super cute. Isn't that bottle just cute? Thank you, Cindy. These are awesome. So I got some shaker molds a couple days ago and some happy mail, which I've already seen it. It's all of these. So yeah, I have a lot of shakers to do now. So y'all won't have to see those little phones so much anymore. We'll have some new ones, something different and new for y'all to look at. Thank you so much, Cindy. These are going to be a lot of fun. This is a really cute kit. Okay, let's get Cindy's name down here. Okay, I keep that. I throw this one away. And Cindy's name goes on this one. And then I put that one in there. There's her last one. She got me the last ones I just showed you. Right here. That was Cindy that sent us the other ones that I opened the other day. Thank you so, so much, Cindy. And we're going to be drawing for that giveaway box really soon. See you later. We are ready to check these out and see how they turn out. Now, I do notice as I'm looking at these, when I turn this one, I can see a lot of sparkle coming from it. But when I turn this one, I see nothing. Let's get them out, see what we got. And there's this one. Beautiful sparkle we got. Very beautiful. And now let's get this one out and see what we got. And that's what we got. Still a beautiful sparkle. But do you see the difference I'm talking about? I hope you can see the difference. I'm going to show you one more time, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm talking about in these two inlays. I'm going to put them on this tray so hopefully we can see a little bit better. Get you down. Okay. That's the egg. These are the hearts. Do you see in this area where we have all this extra stuff that you don't see over here? I don't know if y'all can see that or not. You can see it better in the inlays, I think. See this? You don't see that in this inlay. But we did get, you know, really sparkly inlays and sparkly pieces. Sorry, my husband walked in for a minute and was telling me about his dad's house. He went over there to check and see. They've been working on it. He got bees in the side of his house. And there's tons of them. And there's a crew out there trying to get the queen out. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm sorry. You do get a sparkle from both of these. But I like this a lot better. It's a lot cleaner, a lot smoother than this right here. This is real bumpy. It's just not as smooth. So, I don't know. I don't think it's as sparkly either. But you do get sparkle from it, so I guess it's whatever you like and whatever you can get your hands on. If you can't find the FLORA Craft brand, then you may have to use the other brand that Hobby Lobby's carrying now. And I hope that's maybe something they got in just as a trial or something. I hope they're going to continue to carry the FLORA Craft because it is a lot cheaper there instead of Amazon. So I guess we'll see. I think I'm going to ask next time I go to Hobby Lobby if they're switching to that other brand, because if they are, then I'm going to drive around to the other Hobby Lobbies and grab the FLORA Crafts that they have that are on the shelves. And here is our refrigerator magnet. Let's see how it turned out. My master has a beautiful rock looking effect on the edges. So let's check it out. Look, we picked all of that up. Isn't that beautiful? And here it is. You can see the glitter. It's not as vibrant as I would like, but this one's going to go on my refrigerator anyway, so I don't mind. So let's go ahead and fill this part in and see what it looks like. Got this new color in. So let's try it and see what it looks like. So after doing this piece and seeing how it's going to work out, you can do it several ways. The paint is going to get in all of those little areas that makes it look like a stone, and you're just not going to get all of it out. I think it's beautiful like that, but I would have chosen some different colors to bring out my words. My I give to you. So, yeah, if I would have done that, this piece would have been beautiful. And I still like it, so it's still going to go on my refrigerator. You could also pour it thin or thick. It'd make beautiful pocket hugs, you know, to go on the little cards. They might be a little bit big, but still, people can pull them out of the little bag with a little card and put it on their refrigerator. It doesn't necessarily have to be a pocket hug. It can be, you can use another one of the cards. All the cards don't say pocket hugs. You know, so that's what I would do. I'm going to put a few in a little baggies and throw one of those little cards in there that has a cute little Christian saying on it. And then put a magnet on the back. And, yeah, that's how I'm going to do mine. I also poured that little cupcake. And I didn't have a cup big enough to do it in, so I put it in this solo cup here. So let's see how it turned out. Really, I just want to see what it's going to do. So let's get it out and see. And I know this solo cup, woo, it's got suction to it. Check it out. Oh, it's not doing it again. There it goes. Okay, let's get this out. I got paint on my gloves. I'm going to go run some water through it, and then I'll be back. I didn't want y'all to miss this, so I got soap in it and everything. I want y'all to see me pull it out. So I'll go clean it off when I get it out. And there it is. I did have a subscriber say they would lose a stone or two. I lost one. See it in there? So I'll have to figure out where that's at and glue it back on. Because there's some more people that want a mold of this. There we go. And I see where it came off at. Right there. That's the only one I lost. So I'll just glue that back on. And there it is. So it made a perfect little mold out of that solo cup. Wow. That's amazing. So if you want one of these, I'll do it in a solo cup because it worked out perfectly. It definitely works out perfect. You got enough thickness on the edge all the way around, and you got a lot from here to here because that little piece right here, let me get that stone back over here. I don't want to lose it, which I have more, but I just don't want to lose it. This right here, this one, is the reason I had to pour way over the cupcake to make sure I cover that. So that's why we have so much extra silicone from about here to here. But that made a perfect little mold. So we'll pour it in another video. I don't have time to do it in this one. But if you'd like to see me pour it, drop it in the comment section below. And we'll do it together. And let me know if you think this solo cup was the perfect little housing for this cupcake. I don't care about the little dots on the side and it saying solo right there. It doesn't bother me because it made an absolutely perfect mold. We didn't waste any room. You know, had I chose a different housing, we probably would have lost a lot of room around the edges and filled up extra silicone that we didn't need. So this, yeah, is absolutely perfect. If you have this cupcake and you molded it, let me know what housing you used for it. What did you choose to mold yours in? All right, I'm going to go clean this little guy up. I'm going to go clean my little mold up, and then I shall return, and we will wrap this video up, my friends. Also, this bunny mold right here that I made, it's just going to cost too much to ship. I don't think anyone's going to be interested in it. The box that I'd have to ship it in is going to cost me $20 because this is so heavy. And if you want the plate that sits on top of it too, that's going to make it heavier. So it's just going to be too much to ship. If you just really want this mold and you don't care about the cost, if you'll email me, then we'll talk about it. But other than that, I'm not going to put any of these in my shop. So I just want to let y'all know that's where I'm at with this bunny mold. Well, this video was absolutely filled with all kinds of information, really useful stuff. So I hope you will take it, use it, my friend, and let me know how your inlays turned out and what you think about the difference in the crystals. I'd love to hear it. I have a lot of unique videos coming up with us pouring unique molds. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss that. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of one of them. I found this right here at my local Goodwill store. It's a little beat up. I didn't mind that as much because I really wasn't worried about all of this. I wanted to see if I could pour silicone in this area and grab me a nice inlay out, because I took my fingernail and I ran it in these little areas right here, and it definitely would let me go inside of there with my fingernail. So that told me my silicone will definitely slide off into those areas, giving me a beautiful inlay. So I poured it, and I got this out of it. I've already wrapped it because it's going in my giveaway box, but we're going to try that one in a tray and see how it works. I think it's going to be beautiful. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.